The Macon Area Habitat for Humanity will dedicate 2 new homes this week to the Lynmore Estates neighborhood. It's part of their annual Priceless Gifts Campaign. And with more on the campaign kickoff, we're joined by Executive Director Harold Tessendorf and the campaign chair, Scott Sapp. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Tell us about what you're doing this week.
We're having our campaign kickoff on Thursday. We'll hold that at Southside Community Church, and we'll dedicate 2 of our houses. And that's the most exciting part of working with the Habitat, is the actual dedication process itself. When we turn the keys over to the homeowner and get to see the entire families, it's a very emotional moment, you know, at that time when the families take possession of their homes. So we're kicking that campaign off, and our goal for this year starts on Thursday, is $460,500. That's what we're looking to generate, and we've got 34 trained volunteers, board members, volunteers in the community, and so forth, to work and generate those funds. How
long does it normally take to build a house like this and dedicate it to other people? How long does it normally take?
Generally, our houses take around 5 months from the time that we perhaps start, like next week after the campaign kickoff. We're actually going to demolish 2 houses and then go and redevelop those with 2 new homes as part of that campaign. But then from that point onwards, it's around 5 months from the time we get to that point to the time that the house is completed and sold to the partner family.
And this has been going on since 2005. What would you say is the main purpose of your organization?
Well, Habitat for Humanity is an affordable housing ministry. We've been involved in Lynmore Estates since 2005, and to date we have served, with the 2 houses we're dedicating on Thursday, we've served 40 families out in that neighborhood alone. Since our inception in 1986, we've served 98 families as of the end of last year throughout the Macon and Bibb County area.
And you 2 were telling me before the show that the goal is on average about 10 people a year to serve in the houses. I'm correct on that, correct?
That is correct.
That's correct.
Now, has the goal? Have you had any roadblocks in this process, since it's been 9 years since it started? Has there been any roadblocks where you couldn't quite make the goal due to some kind of outside event that you had no control over?
We, by the grace of God, we've always been able to meet our goals, and thanks to the generosity of this community. You know, basically a major component of our work are volunteers, and Scott is a volunteer, and the 34 volunteers that are going to be working with him is one way in which we raise the funds. Then we have other volunteers that come in. Sometimes they're the same volunteers, but others that will then actually be involved with the construction of their houses that we've done it.
We have a little more time left. Could you tell us some more things about this week's event that maybe you want to tell viewers before we head on out?
First thing I want to do is thank you and the station, Channel 41, for allowing us to come on your show.
You're welcome.
The main thing is that the Habitat, these builds are not a handout. They're hand up. The families they'll have 300, I think it's sweat equity hours into the respective projects. So they're involved in it, and they work closely with the volunteers. I work for Wells Fargo. I'm the market president, and we have teams go out there on what we call Super Saturdays and participate with the Habitat, and we'll do a build, and we'll have 25, 30 volunteers out there from Wells Fargo, but then we're working side by side with the families, and that's a lot of fun.
Thank you both so much for coming in. Wish you the best of success.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And if you would like more information, visit maconhabitat.org. We will have this interview up on 41NBC.com.